Many of us are very conscious of the dangers of the sun, so we wear lotions that contain sunscreens and we use them on our face, on our exposed skin when we're out in the sun. But did you ever think about your hands? In fact, your hands are the most exposed part of your body 365 days a year. And because of this, they can show the most signs of aging. Dr. Ann Therese Stubbs of Ann Therese Aesthetic Medicine has several ways to reverse those signs, and she's here to show us how. Welcome, Dr. Ann. Nice to see you.
Good to see you, too.
The entire time I was writing this segment, I kept looking at my hands going, I know they do show signs of age earlier than anything.
They do. They actually can be the telltale sign. A lot of women come in and say, I've taken great care of my face, even my neck or décolleté, but they really have ignored their hands. They look down and they see brown spots, or they see the tendons or the veins that look very thin, and they say, my hands age me. So we've had a lot of requests for some anti-aging treatments of the hands.
And so what are some of those anti-aging treatments?
Well, first off, you do get pigment on the hands as we age. We are all exposed to the sun. If you think about what's on top of the steering wheel when you're driving all day, maybe kids around or even just to a job, and your hands are exposed to the weather, the cold, the dry right now, so the drying and the browns. So there's lasers that we can use to take the brown spots off, particularly IPL, which is intense pulse light, and some Fraxel laser too, which takes the browns away. I think we're looking at some before and after pictures here of the brown spots, and you can see the kind of crinkling of the skin. Mm-hmm. And the laser builds collagen, so it basically increases the turgor, or the strength of the skin, and it looks more tense and more young in the second picture, and it takes those nasty little brown spots off that people call age spots.
I was amazed at how the brown spots really were taken away, and that's all done by laser or lotions even?
Yes, and sunblock in the car is a very good thing to do. Just have it in your middle console, and if you're at a stoplight, put it on the backs of your hands, and just so you remember to put that sunblock on. The other thing we're using is fillers. We're using dermal fillers to fill in and give more plumpness to the backs of the hands. So I think one of the pictures we saw earlier, and I have it up again here, you can see that people they don't like the tendons and the veins that start to show as the hands thin. The skin does thin as we age, and so we put a dermal filler right in there. It plumps it right up, holds on for about 18 months or so. And most of the fillers that we use are hyaluronic acid, so they hold on to water, they plump the skin, and they also build your own collagen in the area.
So if they build collagen in themselves, will you still have to continuously do this?
Usually about every 18 months, people might get just a little bit more plumped in there. They tend to need less and less because your own collagen's building around it. So it can be somewhat preventative too.
It's funny because this is the only place we seem to lose weight.
Tragically, it comes off our face and our hands, Gail. It doesn't come off the other areas as we age. We use the dermal fillers in faces, you know, as we talked about before, in the tear trough area, in the nasolabial folds here, and those little vertical lines around the lip. We plump those with fillers, and now they're doing wonderful things for the hands too.
You said 18 months. How long does it take to see results, or is it instant?
It's immediate.
Is it really?
That's a beautiful thing. We love immediate gratification in our society.
We do.
We have the patients come in and we put a little numbing medicine just kind of between the fingers here, and then with a little cannula that isn't even sharp, we just can make one tiny little needle hole, and with the cannula we can float the filler in and kind of avoid all the vessels. The cannula is a blunt edged little tube, and the filler just kind of fills in, and we massage the area, and so you can see the result immediately. Very, very comfortable, and maybe, you know, a little soreness maybe the next 24 hours, you know something's there as you move your hands, especially people who use a computer or something might say, yeah, I felt a little something, but the result is immediate. And people like that because they can see it just kind of plump right up, and the hand looks fuller, it looks just a little less veiny, bony.
I'm telling you, those befores and afters were pretty amazing.
Yeah, it can really take 10 years off your hands.
Yes. I know that a free consultation you're offering to folks to see what might be best for them.
Right, and because when people call in, we can't really see on the phone what level of, is it more of the pigment, is it more of the volume loss in the hand, so we just like to have people pop in. And during this really cold month of February, in our lobby, we've been having what we call the hand bar. We put some warm towels on the folks' hands when they come in, and we do a little massage with some of the antioxidant products and some of the sunblock products, so patients waiting for their appointment get a little hand bar kind of rejuvenation in the lobby, and that's been very popular.
I was going to say, all the more reason to stop by and see you.
Exactly, and then put those gloves back on before you go out into -4.
Thanks, Dr. Ann. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.